I am here. What's up? I'm about to install the inverter here in a minute. Um, it's just me, Zag, Happy, and Dave Lowe right there. Um, and I mean, before I get started, I'm gonna wait for some people to show up. Then I'll get it going. I've been kind of preparing for it all day. I've also kind of prepared the area I'm gonna be working in, but beforehand, we're gonna hang out, smoke one together, chill, be merry. Wait, oh no, no wonder. Sorry, my other phone's dead. I didn't know that until just this very moment, so gotta plug it in. One person, one like. We're at 100% ratio on likes right now, but
yeah, which is me.
I was about to say I have a feeling that's Dave Lowe that's in the chat right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was me.
People be watching this later though, so I gotta keep it entertaining until people get here. I gotta like whoop 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 for everybody.
How's that go?
Whoop whoop whoop. You know how it goes. I think there's a bug on my screen.
Oh, the fly.
Just a fly. There's so many bees that keep flying into my house that every buzz I'm like, what is that? I'm gonna kill you.
Except for they're not bees.
No, there's one right here that I killed with the fucking bee spray. Well, there's also a carpenter fly right next to it, but there's definitely a wasp right there.
Yeah, we got these carpenter bees around here, and I don't know why they call them bees, other than the fact that they have a yellow and black abdomen.
They don't sting, but they look like bees enough for me to be like, get the fuck away from me.
And they do have jaws, but they don't bite. They bore into the trees around here and eat the pulp.
They're close enough.
They eat the cellulose out of the trees around here.
Yeah, close enough for me to still want to kill it for being black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and
yellow. Oh. Black and yellow, kill a fellow? Wait a minute, that's not how it goes.
Are we going to smoke yours or mine?
I don't care.
Cheers.
BYOB.
My weed's better anyways.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah. You know why?
Why?
Because it's mine. You guys, tomorrow Dave and I are going fishing. We've been kind of planning this. I got to run into town after this to get some fuel, some gas for my van. So if you want to chip in on some gas, that'd be actually pretty cool. But tomorrow we'll be fishing. We'll probably be there all day. And you know what would be awesome to bring with us is some more of this. Because to be completely honest with you, I'll show you how much I got left here. I got that much left.
Mr. Freight Train over here.
Yeah, I smoke joints. They burn up a little faster than bowls. But I've been smoking the last like eighth of this in my pipe. I haven't rolled a joint in a hot minute. But if anyone wants to sponsor a joint or a couple of joints for us to take on our fishing trip with us, that'd be pretty sick. I'm sure we'd both appreciate it. We just share it. What's up, Eldon? And Amber? What are y'all smoking? I'm doing oil coconut. Half teaspoon. You're set. Hey, what's up, Erickson? Dude, that guy Erickson is... Bro, you got buff. Okay, so this dude... Him and I were in the army together. Mm-hmm. And he was a scrawny, like tall, but skinny. I used to call him Jeffrey the Giraffe because he was so skinny and had... You got a neck, bro. And now he's like doing bodybuilding competitions and shit, dude. You're like fucking ripped.
I forgot to share this one.
Very good to see you, brother. Very good to see you. I'm glad you're so much healthier, you know what I mean? Do you know where the head of the river campground is? Which river? I remember you asked me this before.
Is that the name of the campground? Head of the river campground?
Yeah, but which river? If it's like the head of the Deschutes, yeah, I know where that's at. The head of the Metolius, I know where that's at. I know where the head of a few rivers is, but I don't know the names of the campgrounds in that area. You know what I mean? So it's hard for me to answer that. But there is a river up by Sisters, the Metolius River, that's spring fed. So you actually get to see like the river basically come right out of the ground. And then there's a river where there's not one before, and then now there is one. It's pretty sweet. But the head of the Deschutes River it is where the Columbia meets the Deschutes, so it's just like two rivers intersecting. A little bit of update though on the inverter. This is. I hope it's normal for it to rattle. Oh, I bet that's these. This is the new inverter. And we discovered something about this recently. Well, we didn't discover it. The guy who bought it for me, Chuck, called me to tell me that I'm a... Dude, I just don't notice stuff. But this isn't a Renergy. It is a Lander Pow. It's the same colors as Renergy, the same similar style as Renergy, but it's not a Renergy. It's a knockoff. But I'm okay with a knock. I'm gonna full send this bitch and hook it up today right here on the live stream with you guys. But I did look into it before I'm gonna hook it into my system. I did do some research on it, read a bunch of reviews, and really the only bad reviews that I saw about this was that the wires that they send are too thin, which is exactly what I said when we opened it. I was like, dude, both Dave and I looked at them and were like, that's some thin ass wires for 2,000 watts. But that's the only complaint that I found. The other complaint that I found one other one. There's a whole bunch about the cords, but one complaint about how this thing under full load gets hot. But I think that was because they used the cords that was sent to them. And so that would create a lot of heat if your wires are too thin. It's about 20 miles from Chiloquin.
On the Williamson River. I looked it up.
I don't know where the Williamson River is.
It's in the Waimea National Forest.
Let me see.
Right there, that campground. You can zoom out.
Head of the river campground. Oh, Winema. Fremont, Winema.
Or Winema, whatever. Fremont.
Yeah,
Winema.
that's in between here and K Falls. I've never been to that campground. Never been to that campground before. But I can say that area is really pretty. So if you're thinking about going there, I would check it out for sure. Like, I don't know if you can go wrong in most spots in Oregon, to be honest with you.
Portland.
Yeah, I mean, a campground in Portland or Salem or Eugene might not be. But outside of Eugene is actually pretty phenomenal. The only other concern I have about this is these little plastic covers on the negative and positive. I just pulled the positive one off, but the negative is still on, so you can see what it's like with it and without it on. I don't know if that is going to be big enough for the wires I have. So if I take these covers off, I don't have to have them on. They're really just for looks, to be honest with you. So I might just leave them off. What up, Aaron? I miss you too, Jeff. Miss you too, brother. I'm in Bend right now, as a matter of fact. I don't know. I know you're not in the area anymore.
Well, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in Bend. I mean, this is Bachelor, but that's Bend. That's Bend.
What are you doing, Happy?
Wait for some more people to get in here, and then I'll get started. I've already kind of gotten started a little bit. I cut out some space for the front of this to be able to be displayed after it's mounted. But yeah, that's what it'll look like without those covers on. And I'll be able to hook those wires up. With the covers on though, like, I'm pretty sure like it would be just, I think my wires are too thick for that. Oop, the other way. I think my wires are just too thick for that. You know what I mean? Like that little loopy loop, that circle there, that's not going to be enough. So I'll probably just ditch these. Also, if you get this, if anyone out there in YouTube land is watching this because I'm installing this, don't use the cables that they sent you. Get some thicker ones because the cables they sent aren't going to be enough. But otherwise, it's way lighter than the Renergy. I'll show you the difference here in a second. It's way lighter than the Renergy, but advertises that it does the same thing. The only thing that it doesn't have that the Renergy has is a Bluetooth connection. I can connect to the Renergy through the Bluetooth. There's a little dongle you can plug into it. This one doesn't have that, but that's okay because I have a couple of displays around me right now for how the batteries are doing.
Well, that comes with a display that has load.
Yeah, that's the other thing is this comes with an upgraded remote control. Not upgraded, but definitely better. I think it's a better screen than Renergy.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's got the LCD screen that you plug into it, and it's got like 12 feet of wire for you to hook the screen into. So you can mount this anywhere and be able to turn your shit on and off. So I won't need the Bluetooth app. It doesn't do anything for me that looking at that couldn't do. But yeah, it's just like a regular phone cable, like Cat 3 maybe.
It's just nice to see what kind of load you got going.
Yeah,
and the temperature of it.
To know what's going on with your system without...
With fans on mine running, my inverter's been running right about 106 degrees.
Dave's got a very, very similar system to me, but he does have better batteries than me, but they're the same amp hours. And a different inverter than this. But our systems are pretty fucking similar. 200 amp hours, 200 watts. You have more than 200 watts. You have 400. So you have the right amount of wattage, because they say 2 watts for every amp hour. My van has 1 amp, or 1 watt for every amp hour.
I have enough room for another panel, and then the sides if I wanted to put some on the sides.
But as it sits, my solar panels do fine on the van and in this thing. Today it's been cloudy, so they're kind of suffering. My solar's kind of suffering today.
Well, a solar panel to use as a visor above the window would be cool, but then I'd have to have it up every time I wanted to look out my window.
Yeah. What's up, Sparking across America? Welcome to the stream, bro. It should be big enough for the wires that you have. I mean, not the ones they sent. The wires they sent are too thin. I think I've got them right behind me. I'll grab them. I'll show you.
Yeah, it's like 2 6-gauge wires together.
Maybe I don't.
Did you throw them away?
I don't think I threw them away. I just don't think that... Oh, wait. I think I know where they are. Yeah, here they are.
It's like 2 6-gauge wires together.
Yeah, like these are the wires that they sent. Way too thin for 2,000 watts. This is a... I doubt it would start... And it says electrical safety on it. That's so funny. I don't think it would start a fire, but it very easily could, I think. If something's not wired up right and you're under full load, these things... I would imagine that it gets really hot. Like if you don't have it in a ventilated spot. I'm definitely going to keep them. Because eventually, I'm sure I could use them for something. There's definitely going to be something I could use these for. So I'm going to hang on to them. But I'm not going to use these with this inverter. The wires that were there previously are going to be just fine. And here's the ground. We might have to solder it. Oh no, we don't have to solder it on. Here's the ground wire. And it's got the little alligator clips.
What are you going to ground it to?
Clip. I'm going to figure that out too.
I didn't have a ground on mine.
You don't have to have a ground.
There's no ground on my camper.
It's not that.
It's a closed loop.
It's not as important as a closed loop system, but like if I was to plug into a generator, then I don't know how this. I bet you there's already a ground on.
Yeah, I plug into my generator. This is your ground. I'm not. That's
no,
weird.
the ground is in the front.
That's probably for when you have this hooked up.
It's right there.
Yeah, that's an earth ground. Like if you were to park long term and put a rod in.
Right.
That's where that would go to, wherever your earth.
But that's what this is wires for. Is for that spot because there's the pin. I could just hook it to the negative too.
There's no earth ground in the camper.
I could just hook it to the negative and call it a day too.
Yeah.
But on the front of this is the ground connection, which most inverters have that. Most inverters have a ground, but yeah, we'll be rocking and rolling on this in about 5 minutes, maybe 10, because I'm gonna finish this bowl. I'm gonna finish this crime I'm about to do.
What are you doing, girl?
It's ancient crime.
Are you you having problems?
You ever see that comedian that was like, yo, before they legalized weed, I was committing crime all the time.
Mm-mm.
Like, I would wake up and just do a crime.
Yeah.
Immediately.
That guy.
And then I'd get my friends and we would do crime together. What's up, Joe? If you're around Bend, we can go there to help you out on getting your motorhome fixed for you. That'd be cool. Yeah, I'll be here. I don't know when you're gonna come. I'm reading up, so I don't know if you've already said it. No, yeah, I don't know when you're gonna be here, but I should be around for sure. I am kind of stoked about this. I wonder if this would work for Energy.
I don't know.
I don't either. I wonder if it takes a certain kind of firmware. But it's just if the
I would think that has a little board in it somewhere with all the little.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying about firmware. It would be flashed onto the motherboard.
Yeah, man. I don't want to plug it into mine to find out. You can do it to yours.
But this is definitely an upgrade. This is gonna be cool. I really wish I had a 3D printer because I could actually like 3D print a housing for this to just set it on the table. And this wire is definitely going to be long enough to hook into the system from the table to the system. So it'd be cool to have a 3D printer and I could just print out a little like stand for it. But I don't have one. I did see one on Marketplace for $100, but it might as well be $1 million. But Dave and I are going fishing tomorrow. I am excited about that. It's supposed to be a chilly one, so that's fine. I don't mind fishing when it's cold.
Keeps people away when it's cold.
Yeah.
And it'll be Monday, so hopefully it's nice and quiet.
But you guys want to see the rat's nest that I'm going to be working with as far as...
Like a literal rat.
Literal rat's nest where I'm going to be working is this wiring shit show right here. That red wire right there and this one right here are the wires I'm going to be hooking the inverter up to. They're already on the positive and negative bus bars right here. And then all of this spaghetti shit is... I understand it, but I don't want to chase all the wires to... I don't know who did this. But there's also like a pack rat was in here at some point. And I'm going to have to clean all that out. I tried to use... Dave's got a shop vac. And I tried to use the shop vac. But I only had that 500 watt jackery that's right there to do it with. And as soon as I turned on the shop vac, it popped the breaker on it right there. Yeah, it popped the, it was way more than 500, so couldn't do that. But I am going to have to vacuum this out when I'm done because, like, there's a literal rat's nest in there. And, you know, it might get hot in here. That's a good fucking fire tinder starter, so I don't want that. I'm going to clean it up in here when I'm done.
Plus hantavirus.
But yeah, and hantavirus. That's a fair point. But before I do that, I gotta hook up the inverter so I can get the power in here. This red and black wire right here goes to the new 12 volt outlet, which is, I mean, I know it looks like a rat's nest, but it does make sense. It's going to all these electronics up here. Plus, I can charge those jackeries with this system right here too. So, yeah, that's a win. And I can charge this big battery pack right here, so if the battery system goes dead in the RV and that dies, I can just move everything over to that and have hours that I can still stream from the Chromecast and everything. This is actually garbage. I got so much stuff in here, I got a big-ass garbage bag that I gotta take away tomorrow, but... Yeah, we're gonna hit up the dumpster. There's a dumpster on the way to the fishing hole tomorrow. But, let's see how low can this go. Is that gonna work? Oh, that might actually... Nope, it's gonna fall.
You're gonna need some weight on that.
Oh. Nope.
First time you bump it.
I gotta figure out a way to stabilize this. Give me a second, folks.
Set it on the back leg. Weight.
Oh, yeah.
Weight down the back leg. There you go.
Oh, that's better. There we go. Now you get to see me do this spaghetti shit. Where'd my wood screws go? I am gonna be using this Ryobi drill that was gifted to me by none other than Chuck the man. Here's my wood screws. And let's start getting this hooked up. The way I want it hooked up is going to be up against this wall here because I've cut out a hole right here so I'd be able to access it. And it would also give room for all of this stuff. But it is a matter of where I can get the drill into also, like where it'll fit. That becomes an issue in tight spaces like this. So,
It's anything like mine, the motherfucking screws are going in at an angle. You can get that. You can probably get this one over here from outside. That screw, this one over here, the screw mounting spot. You can probably get it from this way.
oh, this one?
Mm-hmm.
It's just a matter of holding everything and drilling at the same time.
Well, you find out where it is, where you want it, and I'll come hold it so you can get your first screw in it.
Oh, let me get under here so you have room.
And then you can assess the situation better.
Actually, there is already a screw right there, so maybe I could just do that one.
You're not into the crossing board though.
See that?
Right, but it's not into the...
I know it won't be because it's so long.
You're going to end up going into the panel.
Into that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have to.
Here, you want me to load it?
Yeah. Now I can't even see. I'm in the wrong spot for this. So I'm going to have to do
It would probably been better if I did it.
Alright, hard part's over. It's not exactly level, but
Yeah,
neither am I.
that ain't gonna hurt nothing.
Alright,
Alright, let me get out of your way.
let's get out of yours first. We live in a hallway, so there's only so many fucking people you can have in one spot at one time. Hallway living. Okay. I mean, that's good enough for government work. So now it's mounted. Now I gotta hook up the negative and the positive in the back. I know you guys can't see very well, but it be what it be. First things first. Let's take I covered up the bare metal with a ton of electrical tape so it didn't touch anything it shouldn't. And if it did, it didn't. Okay. Because I literally used like a ton of electrical tape over this. That much. That was probably overkill. Okay. Now I'm going to need some of this shit. And I got the washer and the nut and the locking washer.
Ah, Jesus fucking Christ, Happy. Damn, that's a lot of water. That's gonna need a towel. Oh my god, dude.
Let's see. How am I going to...
Happy, get over here. Happy.
Dave's got to beat his dog. Nope, that's not going to work.
Come here. Jesus fucking Christ.
Doing this upside down is for the birds.
Come on, get. Oh fuck, man.
Let's see. There. Oh, these are going to be too small, dude.
What?
Look how big these holes are on this.
Oh, that ain't gonna mean nothing. That doesn't mean nothing. I would still.
But the nuts, the washer and the nuts are too
need,
small.
You need some washers.
I think I have some.
What's that from?
From this. It's from this. It's too small.
It's actually going through that washer.
Yeah, the washer just fell off.
What if you pulled it out and then just caught the edge of it?
We'll just use a thicker washer. Hopefully these fit. Or are these the same size? Oh, they're a little thicker. No, they won't fit though. I guess I'm gonna have to use these.
Happy. Get over here. You don't belong over there. Come on, get. Jesus. Come up here. Come on. Come on, up here. Up. Oh my God. Come on. Come here, Happy. Right here.
I wish you guys could see what Dave's dealing with his dog right now. This might work.
Sit.
Gonna have to. Yeah, okay. I think that's working.
Definitely get some bigger washers when you get a chance, but.
And they also sent me this handy dandy wrench.
Alright, installation tools.
So I can tighten this down. Am I going the wrong way? Yeah. Yeah, I'm going the wrong way. There we go. Let's go the right way. What do you guys think? Should I go the right way or the wrong way? Come on, you little fucker. Not me shamelessly plugging my links to see if any of y'all want to sponsor some weed for Dave and I for a fishing trip tomorrow. We're going to go up to one of the Cascade Lakes and take the dogs with us and spend the day. Alright, that's on there. Now, same thing for the positive. My back hurts, my back hurts, my back hurts, my back hurts. Okay, you fucker. Yeah, there we go. Hang on, I gotta reposition. My back is too damn old for this. My knees aren't great either, but... Man, I really put that on there, didn't I? Whose idea was this tape? Here we go.
Did that guy go through in the van earlier that was parking in front of you?
In front of me?
Yeah.
Or...
And he didn't stay. He left. A little earlier, about an hour or so ago.
Oh yeah, he climbed up on top of his van. That guy that was over there?
I think it was a different guy.
Oh.
This was not the same guy we saw on top of his van. This is a different dude.
Alright, when I do this, there will probably be sparks, because I actually am working with live wires right now, but...
Shouldn't if it's off.
It'll still do it.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's live wires, dude. Okay. Yeah, I guess the washer's... Yeah, it's big enough. There's a little bit of a gap there, but it's not that big of a deal. You definitely don't want to use the wires they sent. You see the difference? Like, I got way higher gauge in here.
Those are like 2 4-gauge wires.
Than what they sent. Oops, that's
That's probably about the equivalent of one single zero cable.
Yeah, the ones they sent. That's crazy. I can't believe. I mean, I see them trying to save a buck.
What they sent is probably the equivalent of one of your wires. And you have them doubled up.
Yeah. Yeah, what they sent was one of these, but split into two. And I've got two of those split into two, so. But now it should be all hooked up. Let me hook up the switch.
And then the vacuum should then be able to see exactly what the vacuum pulls.
Yeah. Yeah, boy. Find out where to plug this in at. There it is. Put it right through the wall there. Look at that. 13.7. Oh, why is it going down to 11? Or was that? Oh, that's AC. AC power. Because it just turned on. So that turns on the inverter. So now the outlets are getting power, drawing 0 watts. Gives you your wattage, your voltage. Voltage in DC, voltage in AC, which should be 120.
Looks like it's at 120. 120, yeah. 13.7. This little reader up here says 14. I would believe that before I believe
Yeah,
that.
I'm gonna take the lower one. Whatever one says is lower is the one I believe.
Well, that's coming off an inverter, and that's just coming off
Straight off of the posts.
Yeah.
You'd think that'd be more accurate.
I don't know. I had one of those. I had the one in my camper. I don't trust it either.
And this is just. Oh, I wasn't even holding it up to it. But as you can see, it tells you your voltage in your batteries, which is DC, and the voltage coming out of the AC outlet, which should be 120 volts.
Right, 120.
And it'll tell you the wattage draw. So here in a second, I'm gonna hook up. I'm going to hook up the shop vac, and we can see how much power it draws. Go ahead and move this around a little bit. And that's garbage. Let me see.
Vacuum in a bucket.
Oh yeah, you want to see Dave's shop vac? There it is. That's not a poop bucket.
Yeah.
Not unless you want to poop into a vacuum. That's not a bad idea either.
Don't poop in my vacuum bucket.
Did you ever think you'd have to say that to someone?
No. Yeah, don't poop in my vacuum bucket.
I wasn't gonna. I was gonna poop into the vacuum hose.
Oh yeah, don't do that either. Don't be sucking your blood out with my vacuum. Buy your own vacuum for your own weird kinks. This was only like $30 at Walmart.
Yeah, I wouldn't spend $30 on my kinks. All right, and this vacuum is AC, like household power.
It might say on the back what it draws.
Yeah, it might.
It might
find out.
It might give an amperage rating. Oh, 2 P cord. Oh, that doesn't mean nothing.
So let me aim this first. Get crotch shot. Let me aim this the right way so you can see what I'm doing here. Butt shot. So, gotta plug this into the inverter we just installed. Oh, dude, one of the outlets won't be accessible.
Oh, because of the angle?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have to move
I'll fix that. It's just that one screw.
Well, 2, because you'll have to move that top one over there when you pivot.
Oh, yeah, these 2 corners.
Yeah, leave that bottom corner.
Either one, yeah, you're right. In any case, let's find out how much this draws. When I turn it on, Happy's gonna run away as soon as I fire this up. Just over 500. Oh, right. It peaks higher in 500. When I turned it on, it went up to like 550. That's why it kicked the. I've got a 500 watt battery this wouldn't run on.
Right.
But it does drop my batteries to 10 volts. So I'm going to have to do this fast. Unless I turn this off. Maybe that'll be better. Let me see what it does. way better. Just that much.
Right.
Way better. Way better. No, now there's no fire starters in there. Let me.
Damn, that did a number on the battery.
That did do a number on my battery. Oh, there it goes. It's 12.
It will recover a little
12.9. Yeah, my solar will recharge some of that, but that now my batteries went from what they were to 12.9. I don't remember what they were. 12.9
like
on DC.
3.8.
Now they're at 13. They'll recover a little bit. But they were at like 13.8, almost 14 volts. So, yeah. Cool, I like this display. Like I said, I wish I had a 3D printer so I could put it in its own little mount and then like display it like right up here on like a stand or something, or mount it here maybe. I got some zip ties in the meantime.
Run it through the bottom of the refrigerator and come up the wall and stick it right up here.
Yeah, eventually I could mount it on the side here because I got some dead space here, so I could put it right here.
Recess it into the wall.
But that's a problem for a later time. It's starting to rain outside.
Is it?
Yep.
That sucks.
Sprinkling.
Oh, my tackle box is closed. It'll be alright.
It's a sprinkling. Oh, the windows on my van are open.
Oh shit. Give me your keys, I'll go roll them up.
They're out there in the ignition. That's how safe it is here. I leave my keys in the ignition. I'm not gonna...
We're too far away from town for bun camps or home bones.
I'm not gonna run the inverter too much right now because, like that, just using that lowered my batteries enough. Plus, it's been cloudy all day, so ouch. It's been cloudy all day, so my batteries didn't get much of a charge today. Got a little bit of a charge, but not very much of one. But for reference, let me show you there's the old inverter. See how much bigger that is? Like, so much bigger. Unfortunately, I don't know why it don't work, but it crapped out on me. And then this one, I'm gonna turn it off, as a matter of fact, right now. With the new little dongle I got here.
I hope it doesn't rain. I was gonna grill some chicken.
So it doesn't draw off the battery anymore, but yeah, I'll probably use it the next couple of days. I have a TV over here I don't get to run very often because it takes 110 AC power, and it's got a pretty heavy draw. It's a few hundred watts, which ends up being more than I like to spend on a television. Like, this is a portable monitor, and it uses like fucking 10 watts. And it's also, 4K and all that. So not as big, but uses less power, runs off USB. I really, really like appliances that run off USB. It's so useful in an RV. Megaware makes a battery mat for up to group size 31 batteries. Even though they are house batteries, vibration is what kills the lead plates. Well, I do have AGMs in this RV.
Which are gel.
And no, they're not gel. They're lead acid sealed. AGMs are lead acid sealed. They're not gel. But they don't. They're old. Like, they're not really holding. They're holding a little bit of a charge, but as the amount of time has gone by, and like I'm sure they're a few years old. When the sun goes down, basically my power. You know how much power I have goes down because the panels aren't providing power to the system anymore. So it would be nice to replace those with LifePo batteries. My van has LifePo batteries in its solar system, and they're rad. They're awesome. You get to use all the energy in the battery instead of just half of the energy in the battery.
AGM is a glass mat. That's what it is, right?
Yeah, glass mat lead acid.
Going backwards.
Yeah, like the quality, they'd say that AGMs and gels are both maintenance-free batteries.
Right. Well,
So
they're meant to take vibration versus just a wet battery.
Yeah.
That's why you put them in boats and shit.
But I got these little plastic clips now left over. I'm not gonna bother installing them. They're not that important. If my solar system is like, if my RV, if I was featuring it on some like RV show and trying to compete, maybe I'd install them, but it's just for looks. Yeah, what's up, Jeffro? We just got done installing the inverter, and it's rocking and rolling. Yeah. Just got done installing the inverter. It's rocking and rolling. Just used the vacuum on it. Converted energy, free energy from the sun, and vacuumed out a little cubby hole that had a rat's nest in it. So it definitely drained my battery though. So these batteries I have are AGMs. I would love to have some LifePo 4 batteries. I do have some on my wish list. There's there's one, but I need two because this system is a 200 watt system or 200 amp hour system. My batteries identify as lithium.
Yeah, mine too.
I have considered taking the batteries out of the van and putting them in here, and then taking the batteries out of here and putting them in the van.
You'd have to swap charge controllers.
And I'd have to swap charge controllers because my charge controller in the van works for lithium, but this one is old. It doesn't work for lithium, so I'd have to swap those two. But
is that a PWM?
No, it's an MPPT. So
that's
surprising. I was shocked to see that on there too. The last one that I had was a PWN,
or PNW or whatever.
Yeah, whatever it is. But LifePo batteries would be sweet in this. That is an option. But if I put the AGMs in there, I don't want to do all that and then find out that they're not enough to run my fridge. Because my fridge, I have a backup fridge that I'm using right now because of my propane. But it's running off those LifePo batteries and it hasn't missed a beat. I could probably go days without sun before I'd have to worry about them. But I don't know about these AGMs, dude. I don't think that it would last all night before it killed these batteries. So, I don't want this to be one of the RV systems or solar systems that you can only use electricity during the day.
That sucks. That would suck.
I've been there. I've had batteries that, in fact, they were lead acid batteries, but that eventually were so dead that I only had electricity during the day, and at night the batteries would drop to like 10 volts because they were just toast.
That's good when you eat up your batteries.
Well, they were already ate up. They just got damaged over time. They drop down below 12 volts too many times. Every time that happens, you're shortening the life of the battery. So it's good to have a lot of monitors in place to make sure that you're not doing that. But that's fucking hooah. I got myself a inverter installed. You're talking about vibrations going down the road. I'm a little more worried about the inverter than I am the batteries. Because the batteries in this are already kind of trashed. So. How you been, Jeffro? Anybody want to sponsor some weed for Dave and I tomorrow? We're going fishing. And we're going to catch us some fish. And eat them raw like men.
It was $23 for a fishing license for one day for me.
What are y'all going fishing for? Because it's fun. The lake we're going to will probably have some smallmouth bass, some
kokanee,
some trout. Kokanee, they might actually. I haven't looked into that lake. There's some lakes up here that have a ton of kokanee in it, but
wouldn't be surprised if there's catfish in there.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. But yeah, that's probably what we're after.
We're targeting trout.
I'll be targeting trout, exactly.
Right.
I prefer trout out of... Kokanees are pretty good, but the ones we have here they're like landlocked salmon, so they don't get very big. They're pretty small, but they have a bag limit of 25. So you can catch 25 fucking kokanee if you want.
Yeah, but it probably takes like 10 fish to get full.
Yeah. It's not going to fill you up unless you catch 25.
Happy, what are you doing, bro? You're fucking making me anxious.
But our trout are pretty good here. Where am I at? I am in outside of Bend, Oregon.
Capcut Butte.
Bend, Oregon. Right at the base of Mount Bachelor. Hell yeah, Joe, with the $20 donation, dude. Appreciate that very much, bro.
Ooh, just in time because you get paid out on.
This won't show up until next month.
That blows.
Because they count it.
The pay period already ended.
Yeah, it's from. I think it's the 1st to the 1st. Maybe it's to the 12th to the 12th. Anyways, yeah, I'll get that next month. But that's still sweet, dude. I appreciate that.
Well,
Hey, my system now is back up to 13.5. It's not at 13 volts. So it is recovering a little bit from that vacuum. It went from, it was right at 12 when I turned off that vacuum, and it's slowly like, oh, this is how much power I have. Hey, what's up, B&K? Appreciate that. I like my Cash App. It is Zig0420. Dave is about to post it in the chat, so my link tree is also, if you look in the description of my video, if you look at the description of any of my videos, or in the description of my channel, you'll find my link tree, and it has my social media in there. Like, I have an Instagram that I don't really post on very often. I have my Facebook. You can email me if anyone wants to hit me up, like, off of the live chat. That's cool too.
And for the record, weed is cheap here in Oregon. We can get an ounce for $40.
Dude, that's what this is. The last live stream we did for Dave's Cord, we had some leftovers, so we spent, it was like $40, so we went and got some weed with it, and we just split it.
We had enough donations to get hella shit.
So that was a good day. But $40 would get us an ounce of weed, and that'll last another week or two. Well, a week.
That's about 10 days for me. I still probably got about an eighth of that left.
Yeah, you got a little bit more than me because you do the pipe primarily, and I smoke joints. But I have 1,300 fucking cones I gotta burn through, dude. But you know what I needed to start doing is making the joints smaller. Like, I don't have to fill the whole cone
right.
up.
Or don't smoke the whole thing.
That hurt my brain. What did you just say? I don't have to fill the whole joint up. Yeah, Zig0420. Some people have struggled finding it. I don't really know why, but even I've struggled to find it when I was just searching for it too. But if you go to my link tree, it'll take you right to it just by hitting the link. I was gonna say something else to you guys. I forget what it was. You can also become a monthly member of my channel. Not a lot of benefit in that, to be completely honest with you. I want to add more benefit to it, but primarily it gives you 24-hour early access to my videos, my long form content. But I don't post as much long form content as live streams, but if I get enough members, I will start doing members only live streams. In fact, I might just start doing them because for those of you who want to hang out, and if you end up watching it later, you'll be able to see a members only live stream after the fact because they'll be posted. Yeah, it's getting a little ashy. It's getting a little ashy in my bowl. Just got a little stir.
Yeah, Jimmy. It's under Jimmy C.
Yeah, my name is Jimmy. My God-given name. That's the name my daddy gave me because his daddy had that name. Not James. Don't call me James. Just like Jimmy?
Jimmy is short for jackass.
Yeah, but James is short for Jimmy, even though it's the other way around when it's used. I've never actually met another Jimmy, by the way, like in my life.
My cousin's name is Jimmy.
Is it James though?
Jimmy.
Call him.
I can ask I don't have his number, but I can ask his brother.
I've never met another Jimmy before. Everybody I've ever met who is called Jimmy, they'll introduce themselves or Jim or whatever, and I'm like, is it James? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, fucking faker. Like, why is it that they gotta steal my name? If your name was Richard, would you go by your nickname?
That was my stepdad's name.
Did he go by Dick?
Yeah, went by Dick.
See, but back then that was more normal. I haven't met a dick under fucking 50 in my whole life, actually. That sounded worse than I have a Jimmy. You have a Jimmy like a son named Jimmy, or you have a Jimmy as in like you're somebody's son. Like, because, you know, the word Jimmy Cap, people have been like, what is it like being named after a condom? And I'm like, joke's on you, because it's a Jimmy Cap, so the cap is the condom and the dick is the Jimmy. So
my grandma's name is Jimmy, but it's spelled with a G, Gimmie.
oh, that's kind of cool. My grandmother's name was Willie, but she legally changed it because she hated the name Willie.
It wasn't short for like Wilhelmina or something.
No, it was Willie. Guess what she changed it to?
Like Willy.
Willie.
Okay.
Guess what she changed it to? Welcome.
Weird.
Yeah. Better than Willie, but yeah. GMC Jimmy, bro. The guy that used to own this RV, his name is George. He's a good friend of mine. He recently passed away. He used to drive a GMC Jimmy, and every time I've driven it, but every time I'd see it, I'd be like, dude, you're driving my car. He's like, it's not your car. He's an old Vietnam vet guy. That's not your car. And I'm like, it's got my name on it, bro. Like, it doesn't say Zig.
Yeah, his real name is James.
Yeah, I knew it. What a faker. See, he even tricked you, dude. He even tricked you.
Well, we all call him Jim.
Yeah.
Well, now that he's older, he goes by Jim.
Yeah, they're all fakers, man. I've never met another Jimmy. I really haven't. His name is actually... Sorry. No, sorry, no prize. Why didn't they call that the GMC James? I bet you they're going to make a GMC James in like 10 years. You heard it here first.
Like an upper class.
If they ever make the GMC James, they owe me fucking money. Like, I've got it right here on this date, the 20th of July, 2025. Like, if you stole it from me, it was my idea. That doesn't mean anything unless I go, patent it or whatever, copyright it, GMC Jimmy or GMC James. The GMC Richard and the GMC Dick, but the Dick is like a motorcycle. Hey, what's up, Califast Dev? Is that what that says? I really need glasses, so I'm just gonna call you Cal. What up, Cal? Callie, as the weed's working. I don't exactly know what I'm going to use these wires for yet. But I am going to use them for something. I mean, they would work with, like, maybe a smaller inverter. Like, this is for, like, a 750 watt inverter. These are the cables I would use for, like, a 750 watt. Maybe one day I get me a 750 watt inverter and I put it in the van. Since now the inverter's in here. Yes, sir. I'm sure it has been said, but adorable dog. So this is Happy. He's Happy. He's a good boy. He's geriatric. He's deaf. Not going blind yet, but maybe a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
And then this one that's hiding in the darkness. This is Zag. I'm Zig.
Come here, Dad.
I'm Zig. That's my dog, Zag.
Wake up and earn your money.
Wake up. Hi, good girl. Hi, good girl. Are you a good girl?
Her Elon impression.
You guys see her tattoo? She got a tattoo on her belly. It's because she's a gangster. That's how she joined the gang. They had to tattoo her. And they don't jump you in anymore. They give you a tattoo.
I taught Zag a new trick. You want to see it?
Sure.
Zag, speak. 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 That's right. We don't say anything to pigs. I think I was supposed to lead in with that. What do we say to cops?
What do we say to cops?
Right.
Speak. Yeah, Zag barks like twice a year, maybe. A little more than that. But somebody walks outside that she likes, she'll start whining.
And then bark under her breath.
And yeah, she'll like, like this little, like, almost like a sneeze, dude.
Sorry to disturb you, Your Highness.
Good to double up to 12 volts together. Not not 100 amp hours, not with wires this thin. These are a little too thin for 100 amp hours. But I get what you're saying. I think that maybe with some 60 amp hours that would work well with these batteries. But these are the cables that the inverter sent for 2,000 watts, and they just weren't thick enough. Not even close. In fact, I looked at reviews of this inverter, and everyone's saying its praises. But their only complaint was this right here, except for one person who complained that it got really hot under heavy load. And I was like, they probably use these, because that's exactly what that would do, is make it real hot. That's how fires get started. So, I don't know how the hell that company gets away with that, but just if you get that same inverter, which I forget the name of it, but if you scroll back, wait, maybe it's on this display port right here. No, it's not. If you scroll back, you'll see the name of it. If you get that same one, just know, like, get some thicker battery cables. You'll save yourself a headache later.
At least 0 gauge.
Yeah, you want battery cables like you'd have on your car. You know what I mean? I would love a dog that barks 2 times a year. Mine barks all the time. So then when it's quiet, at least you're like, is there something wrong? If Zag's quiet, I wouldn't even know if she was dead until, like, I went to go pet her. You know what I mean? Because I wouldn't notice. That's what she does all day. Like, that is what she does all day. Genuinely. She will just lay around and chill. If she's just happy to be here. Like, if we go for a walk, she's stoked about going for a walk. If we're going for a car ride, she's stoked about going for a car ride. If we're doing nothing today, she's stoked about doing nothing. She's just happy to be around.
Yeah, how we do.
That's it. She gets along with pretty much every dog. She's a good one. Don't forget, if you're ever around Palmdale, come back to... Sorry, I can't say that city's name without singing it, but I will take some Mexican food. I do be liking some real Mexican food. That might be one of my favorite food groups.
Yeah, me too.
Is either Mexican food or Italian food. They're so different, but they're both got their, like, so many qualities to them. But like, Dave and I used to go to Mexico for the day just to go get lunch and, like, street tacos. We've eaten some questionable food down there. In fact, those goat head tacos we got at a street cafe, I made it through the border, thankfully, but we had to stop off on the way home so I could go use the bathroom. But God, they were delicious.
It could have been dog or cat.
It could have been There could have been their neighbor.
You're right, but it tasted like birria. So
Dude,
it was really good.
It was good. I have a 750 watt. Hell yeah! So this is about the size of the cables you probably have your 750 watt installed with. So if you don't want them too thin, because if your wires are too thin, it creates a lot of resistance. Resistance creates heat. Heat creates fires. Plus that, especially with my little area, I had like a pack rat that was living in there from the owner before me, and there was just a fire hazard in there waiting to happen. So I'm glad we got that vacuumed out. It looks way better now. Use Dave's little shop vac right here, the little tiny bucket vac. I'm lucky that my dog is food motivated. She would never stop barking when she goes outside. Plus, her random barking breaks my concentration. But yes, at least I know she's alive. Yeah, dude. So Zag is food driven, but probably more praise driven. But she does be liking treats. But dude, she is so quiet. I have forgotten to feed her before, and then woken up the next morning and being like, oh man, as I'm feeding her, like, I don't think I fed you last night, because she's just chowing down. And I was like, why didn't you say? I wish she was more vocal sometimes. I really do. I wish that she was like, would tell me when she fucking needs something. I know her body language when she has to go out, but she doesn't do shit when she's hungry. She just lays there and suffers. So I wish she was a little more vocal about that. She's vocal enough when someone's walking outside of the RV. She doesn't really bark, but she's got this like little low growl where she's like, yeah, she's 8. How old is she? She's cute. Yeah, she's 8 years old. She was born in Slab City. She's a slab dog. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Slab dog, slab dog. Oh no.
That was awesome.
I didn't shake that. Now I'm
I did.
soaked.
I wish I could take credit.
Oh, I'm wearing it. I'm wearing so much root beer right now. Oh, I'm gonna be so sticky. That sounded dirtier than it should have. Dude, that was not okay. Not okay. How am I gonna explain this to my wife going home smelling like beer?
Root beer.
Root beer. I'm such a drinker. As most of you know, I'm not much of a drinker. Some good friends of mine, Heath and Bobby, I went and visited them on the way south last year, and they gave me some Everclear, 2 things of Everclear, and a 5th of cinnamon whiskey, and I've still got it. But I'm hoping for, one day, not hoping, but eventually one day I'll get toothache, and I'll have the medicine for it. At least for the pain, anyways. Little road dog, and if you want to be a road dog, hit. What is it? Join.
Mm-hmm.
Join on my YouTube channel, and then you can become one of my road dogs. You can become a monthly member. It's like $5. And it gives you 24-hour early access to videos. And here really soon, it's gonna be members only live stream. So. Would I ever go back to Slab City? No, fuck that place. I go back to Slabs. I went a couple times last year to go visit, friends that were there, and that's where Zag was born. I still go back. Would I ever live there again? I don't know. I don't know if Slabs is, if Slabs is growing away from me or if I'm growing away from Slabs. But I don't know if I'd want to live there again. There's a lot of other places to go, and it's so easy to stay there because it doesn't cost you very much. There's a social scene there. There's all my friends and stuff. But it's really easy to get, to stay there and to keep staying there. And there's so much in the Southwest that I'd like to see, still after 12 years of traveling, and there's still stuff in the Southwest I haven't seen. And, it's a big country, so I'd like to go see some more of it. Oh, I got a donation.
John Rambo's home is in.
Did you just send me?
Yeah.
Oh.
In southern Arizona.
Who is?
John Rambo. The fictitious home of John Rambo, and they play up on it too. There's like a big museum. And
where is it?
In southern Arizona. I think it's off the 8.
Probably, because the 10 ends up going through Flagstaff and shit.
Here, I'll look it up real quick. But me and I've been before, but me and AJ were supposed to go do a hike up there at the fort. So it's a long hike, and we were gonna go drive up to the top, leave one vehicle at the bottom, and then hike it down, and then drive back up because it's like a 4 or 5 hour hike.
Yeah, that's a good clip.
And it's all. It would be all.
Was it like 10, 15 miles?
And it's longer than that. No, it's probably about 10 miles. No, it's not that long, but it's all like uphill.
Oh yeah, that'll slow you down.
So it's only like 4 hours just to go downhill. But the whole point of that hike is to go to the spring, which is why there's a fort there to protect it from whatever the government wanted to protect it from.
The government's stopping us.
Because, probably after we took the land from the Mexicans, they built the fort there. Fort Bowie. There you go.
Oh, okay. That's an awesome idea. I try to support your channel through playing the videos and lives in the background so you get engagement. But you're relaxing and listening. Relaxing to listen to, and members only is smart. Hey, I appreciate you guys, whether you send money or not, like the engagement. I'm glad you're here, man. We're just happy to have you along. But if anyone wants to chip in on some smoke, that'd be cool. Because we're going to go slay some fish tomorrow.
Hello. Yeah, Bowie, Arizona is the town mentioned in every Rambo film as Rambo's hometown.
Where is it near? Is it off the 8?
Yeah.
Like after Tucson and before
I'll look real quick.
New Mexico?
I've been there before, I just don't remember. I think it's off the 8.
How you spell that?
BOWIE. Off the 10.
Off a 10?
Mm-hmm.
So is it like after Phoenix?
Have you ever been to Indian Bread Rocks? It's a dispersed camping area.
Maybe.
It's probably 40 or 50 miles from the New Mexico border.
Oh, okay, yeah. So on the east side of the state.
Yeah, San Simon.
I think I have stayed at that.
Indian Bread.
Yeah.
It's like a big rock formation.
On my way to New Mexico.
It looks like a big, yeah, that's where I stayed too. It looks like a big giant loaf of bread perched up on a rock, balanced on a rock.
We have on Smith Rock, we have a monkey face. It's called Monkey Face. It's a rock climbing thing that looks like the head of a monkey. I'm honestly so stoked to have AC power again. I'm gonna run an extension cord from the inverter to this TV over here, so I can power the TV. I'll sit here and watch TV. You know, maybe I'll sit here and watch it in the mirror, because there's actually a mirror in front of me. I'll show you. There's a mirror. So if I sit in it, maybe I could watch TV like that. How long am I going to be on live stream? I don't know. I'm not sure. I kind of wing it most of the time. Like, I know it's better for some folks to have a schedule, but, you know, I don't. My life isn't scheduled, so I really can't schedule my YouTube channel. Like, I can't dedicate like every Wednesday I'll live stream, because sometimes I might not have any signal, or I might not be able to, for, you know, there's life goes on, so having to cut whatever I'm doing to go live stream on Wednesday at this time could get kind of complicated with the way that I live life. So
I'm about to go make myself some food.
Yeah, I am gonna be doing that pretty soon. Dave and I went grocery shopping yesterday. Again, like, I hate how many times a month I have to do that. But we went grocery shopping yesterday, and so I got some food I'm kind of excited about. So when I get off of here, I'll go cook me up some din din. Hey, dude, the rain is expected to end soon.
Yeah, we got like 3 drops.
We did. We got like fucking a minute and a half of sprinkles.
It wasn't even enough to call it a day.
I was like, oh, it's raining. And then you're like, is it? And I'm like, yeah. Oh, it's done now. Okay. That was fun. Oh, your phone is dying. Well, Eldon, you can catch the rest of it. It'll be posted. It'll be live. All of my live streams you can rewatch whenever you want to. If you go to my channel and click on not the video section, but the live section, it goes back years and years and years. So, yeah, feel free to check out any of the videos you want. I got years of live streams on there. Will we be coming into Bend tomorrow? No, we'll be going the other direction. We're going fishing tomorrow. I do have to go to Bend tonight to get fuel, to get some gas, in order for us to be able to go fishing, because I don't think my van would make it there with the gas that I've got. But I don't know how much gas my van has, because my gauge works above a half tank, but when it gets to half tank, it just stops. So, you know, I go off of the mileage, and I'm pushing it. I'm getting close. Like, I'm hoping I make it to the gas station, but I should. I think I'll be all right. Anyways, yeah.
It's mostly downhill.
Yeah, it's I'll coast all the way into town, but the thing is, there's not a gas station until you get, like, there's not a gas station on this side of town, which is obnoxious. You have to get into town to go to one. So I'll be going into Bend tonight.
What time do you want to leave in the morning?
What time should we get there? Like around 7:30? Or 8?
Leave here at 6. I want to go earlier than that.
Okay.
8.
You want to leave here at 6?
We can do that. If you can do that, I can do that. I can get up at 5.
I can get up at 5. I just have to make coffee and shit.
How was the free burgers? Fuck Porter.
We never got no free burgers, dude. Never happened. We went there, and the guy said his name was Porter, or the girl, and there was no one there by that name. So I laughed. I thought that was a really clever troll, but I mean, I actually was like, I can't believe that I wasn't even more suspicious about it either. I can't believe like I wasn't like, we should call and see if this is real, because I was just overly trusting. Stop by your place. Where is your place? You're gonna have to send me an email and or a message on Facebook, and we can chat it up. So that way you don't have to post your address on here. I do have a little bit of dust on here. Do you want to hit it?
I'm good.
Some green dust.
I'm
good. You lake fishing or riverbank? We're gonna be lake fishing tomorrow, but there is a river here that's got some pretty good fish in it. It's just a much bigger struggle, I think, to catch fish in that river. You're not allowed to bait fish in the river, and you can bait fish at the lake. And that's the kind of fishing Dave and I kind of want to do tomorrow. We want to sit around and smoke some weed and just stare at the end of our poles, watch the dogs play, eat some food, and hang out. You know, like, it's going to be fun. I don't mind walking up and down a river, casting and using a lure. But oh, okay. I know who that is. I know who that is. B&K. Oh, that makes sense. B&K. That's our friends.
Ben and Kenny.
Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah, they're like, stop by our house. And I'm like, well, you're gonna have to send me your address. You want me to stop by your place tonight?
I wasn't gonna go.
Yeah, it'll just be me. Dave doesn't like me. Hey, gotta go. I'm signing off. Catch you later, Eldon Amber. Bye, guys. Thanks for being here. Appreciate y'all. Dude, Happy is totally snoring right now. Here, I'll show you.
Poor Happy.
Kind of want to startle him. Because I'm an asshole. There's a tear in my beer. Bro, there's nothing in the platinum here? I don't know what that means. That's empty. Oh, I know why you're telling me to stop by. So you could smoke me out. You know what I do have, though? Somewhere. Maybe I don't. I have a vape pen. But I've been also working right here, so I made it. I might have moved it somewhere else. Have I lost my marbles?
Mm-hmm.
No, just my vape. I don't know if you know anybody in your life that does computer work, but this is what their workspace ends up looking like. Just a rat's nest of stuff.
He's saying there's
But no vape.
no content in the platinum membership tier.
Oh. No content in the platinum membership tier. I mean, there's no difference between any of the tiers. They all give you the same thing, which is 24-hour early access to my videos. There's nothing else like for how much you want to donate. I wanted everybody to have that opportunity to be a member, and I didn't want, like at that point, if you want to go for the lowest member or the lowest, membership, that's great. If you are feeling more generous and want to basically donate a little more, that's also great. Eventually, I'll figure out the tier thing and maybe have it set up where I don't know what else I would offer, honestly, like aside from early access and members only videos and live streams, but I want my stuff I want everyone to have access to it too. So I've always been at this like weird just feeling about charging people to see any of my videos. Because if you enjoy this content, it's not like I'm fucking Mr. Beast or anything. If you're enjoying my content, like I think that you should. I don't think it should be a class thing. So I just made it all like, the same benefits, and you decide how much you want to spend. What about us rich people? I wonder what that's like. You can offer one night in the camper. I don't know if you could afford me, dude.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was close, dude. I'm sorry.
I wouldn't have felt it anyway.
That's good, because
it would have done damage.
Yeah, that would have sucked. Your Sawzall's here, too.
Oh, yeah. I got that shit.
Where the fuck is my vape? Is it in my pocket? Dude, watch it be in my pocket. It is not good. I mean, not good. I wish I had found it, but... I feel like,
Yeah, I'm gonna go make dinner before it gets all the way dark.
I feel like those people that lose their nicotine vape and they just freak the fuck out until they find it.
I know, dude. That's fucking traumatizing.
Oh, yeah, you vape, so...
It's like losing your cigarettes, dude.
Yeah.
When you want a cigarette.
I just want to hit my vape, but maybe I'll just suffer. I'm more confused about where it went. Did it fall into this?
I got it.
I don't know if it fell into the rat's nest. Is my electrical system. I don't see it in there. Do you guys see it?
Is it in the van?
No, I haven't gone anywhere in the van yet, and I was hitting it earlier.
It might have fallen in the cushion.
Yeah, it might have.
Don't forget Buddy's still out here.
Yeah, well. No, I don't see it, bro. I bet Dave took it. Now he's helping me look for it.
Right. No, don't be jumping off all fucking evil shit.
Maybe it's in the couch, actually. That would make more sense. Well, this is my life. I bet if I had a wife, they'd find it.
And then yell at you for losing it.
They wouldn't help me until I yelled at them anyways. Maybe I didn't have a vape. Maybe it was never real to begin with. The highest bidder is to come there and smoke me out. Hey man, you don't have to pay me to smoke me out. I'll smoke weed with people. Maybe the highest bidder can come here and help me find my vape pen. Oh, I do remember some things falling. Was my vape pen one of them? No, it was not. Okay. Well, fine. Fine. I won't smoke my vape with y'all. Loving the idea. Shut up, dude. I know where you live. Where is it? Hey, BMK, you want to come hang out and help me find my vape pen? What's up, bro? Are we friends like that? All this is telling me is that I need to organize my house. That's what this is telling me. Hey, you guys have seen my server, haven't you? I've shown you this before. I've got a home lab, a computer home lab in my RV right here. I'm gonna give you a little tour of it again. I've moved a little bit of it around recently, but I got a mini PC right here. It runs Windows 11. It's got a... Sorry, it's swinging you around so much. It's not very stable. But yeah, it runs Windows 11. Not Windows 11 Pro, unfortunately. It's a Dell Optiplex 9020. It's got... I want to say it's got like 8 gigs of RAM. Maybe a little bit less. But I do want to upgrade the RAM in this really, really bad. There's I just saw some RAM. I didn't know Walmart sold RAM, but I saw some RAM that might fit this at Walmart. But I suspect maybe it doesn't. This is my router. It's a GL iNet router. And what this does is it takes my cell phone signal and it rebroadcasts the hotspot from my cell phone. But it also is, it's also programmed in such a way that it tricks my cell phone company, and my cell phone company doesn't know my hotspot's on. So it just, lets me bypass all the hotspot throttling problems I have. There's my 4 terabyte hard drive. It's an HDD. I'd love to get an STD. I need to upgrade that before it fails. But I also I moved some stuff recently because I was just working on it. Over here, have the Google Chrome. Oh, there's my vape pen. Oh my God, what? That was on accident. That's where I had it. I had it tucked away right here. That's where it was. Anyways, there's my Chromecast. That's how I watch TV on the screen right here. Runs through a mini HDMI adapter into the mini HDMI. This screen is powered with a Type-C. And then this is my Raspberry Pi, which is currently it's attached to my network as an ad blocker. It blocks all the ads on my network. It does a few other things too. I got Home Assistant running on this. I feel like I've got a few other things I'm hosting on there, but the main services that I'm hosting are on this thing, my mini PC. It doesn't have a screen attached to it. It doesn't have a keyboard or a mouse attached to it. I've already set it up. So that way I just plug it in right there and it works. And I access it from any device on the network. I can access that computer and do what I want to do on it. This Chromecast, in fact, can access some of the stuff on that server. One of the things I'm hosting, which I think every Nomad should have. Let me find my remote here. Every Nomad should have is Jellyfin. It's my own Netflix. Like, we got Netflix here, and we got Amazon Prime, but this is mine, Jellyfin. I've downloaded all these TV shows and movies, and I host them on a website that you can only access on my local network. And it gives me, I've even got the new Superman here, but it gives me my own Netflix. So if I'm ever in a spot that doesn't have signal, like no, internet, I can just grab this and I would never get bored. There's a ton of stuff on here I've downloaded I've never watched before. So, I've got like days and days, probably over like 2 or 3 months maybe worth of watching entertainment right here hosted on my in my RV. In my 90s RV, I built my own Netflix. And, if you were camping with me, you could stream this stuff too to your devices, to your TV, to your computer, to your phone, your Chromecast. Like, that's how I'm doing this right here is a Chromecast. And, I've got, I've got 4 terabytes worth of TV shows, movies in my home lab. This Raspberry Pi I've got running here is a Raspberry Pi 3. They're on to the Raspberry Pi 5. I would love a Raspberry Pi 5, dude. Those things are sick. Currently, I'm hosting the server on that mini PC. That mini PC plugs into 110 power, meaning that it has to be, or 120 volt power, but it has to be plugged into AC power. It can't just be running off a 12 volt, which is everything else in this van or in this RV is 12 volt. except for, big appliances. But everything else that I have is all 12 volt because I prefer 12 volt. It's the way to go if you're living like I am. So the inverter just creates another barrier to getting household power. But I just installed my inverter. But that computer runs off of AC power, and I'd prefer it to run off of DC power. And the new Raspberry Pi runs off of a Type C 5 volt, um, DC cord, like a phone charger, but a really good phone charger. And anyways, I think I could run the Jellyfin server off of, a battery pack. It, like, just like my Raspberry Pi is currently running, like this right here, this Raspberry Pi right here is currently running off of this battery pack right here. And it's at 87%. It's been on all day. I think it was at 88 actually when I plugged it in this morning. So I think it's taking 1% all day. And so it would take a little bit more than that when I had the server going if I'm watching stuff, but it would be nice to be able to run the server instead of off of the mini PC off of that, but that one's not powerful enough. I think the new one might be powerful enough. I'm not 100% on that. Something else I can do with these little Raspberry Pis. Here, I'll just unplug it and show it to you. Something else you can do with these. One of these days, I'll give you a digital tour of this, like share my screen while I'm working on it, and you can see what it is. But this is essentially, it's a desktop computer, right? It's a single board computer. It's got RAM. It's got a CPU in it. It's got Ethernet connections, 4 USB 2.0s. It's got HDMI. It's a mini USB power supply, and it's got headphone jacks. So it's everything a computer has, except it's just not as fast. I think this one has 1 gig of RAM in it. But you can do a lot with this because of this part right here, these GPIO pins. GPIO pins is how this is basically what you would use to like build a little robot or an Arduino. You can build, attach motors to these pins, and decide when the motors move and what it does. Put sensors around the house. I can attach a temperature sensor to these GPIO pins. I can attach a humidity sensor. I can attach a camera to it, and turn this device into a security camera. But currently what I'm working on is turning this into a Nintendo, a Super Nintendo, a Sega, an Atari, all mixed into one. I'll have access to all the games on it. And I already have a controller for it. So that's what this is. But really it's a Linux. It runs a Linux operating system. It runs a version of Linux. So if you're familiar with Linux, but you could like put this in your house, or if you have like a kid that's going to college, you give them one of these. You can put a mouse and a keyboard into this. When you plug it into a monitor, it gives you a desktop, just like Windows gives you a desktop. And if they're familiar enough with computers, they'd be able to do homework on this. It's not going to be very powerful, but it'll do a lot more than you think. You can stream the internet with a Raspberry Pi. You have a browser on here, like you can download Firefox, put it on this, and stream the internet. You're not going to be doing anything too big with it. You're not going to be like hacking NASA or anything. It may struggle a little bit if you're streaming real high quality videos off YouTube or whatever. But if you keep it at like 720, 1080p, you'd probably be okay. I wouldn't go to 4K with one of these, but you can watch movies on it. It does all kinds of shit. But currently what it does is it runs a Home Assistant server that I'm hosting, and it runs an ad blocker on my network. So it automatically connects to my network. And if you were attached to my network, you wouldn't see any ads in any of your websites you're going to. It also disables cookies and trackers and all that shit. So, companies aren't getting they don't know my location, and they don't know what I bought recently, and they don't know what websites I've surfed and all that. It's none of their fucking business what I'm doing. We've all gotten so used to being monitored on the internet that we've just accepted it. But there are ways to limit your exposure to that, and this is one of them. Sorry, that got kind of techie. That's the shit I'm into. I'm partial to 240 volt. Yeah, 240 volts, not that bad. Zigawatts, I just saw that. What's up, dude? Wish list incoming. Dave got some goodies too. Oh, Dave's gonna appreciate that, dude. He checks almost every day. I keep encouraging him to start a channel. I think that he would do all right. Like his when he wouldn't do a whole lot of video editing or anything like that. But I think people are interested enough in Dave. You're too kind, Jay. Too kind. Yeah, Jay, I appreciate that, dude. I appreciate that. I also just got, I think I've got the propane stuff. Well, it's definitely on the way now. Propane attachments on the way. And what else was it? I don't know. There's some more stuff that's coming. The screen door, the latch for it's busted. When the door opens, the thing that like RVs have this. When the doors open, you can connect it to the wall on the outside so it doesn't swing, close, and open. And mine wasn't there when I got it, but there's something else off my wish list that's on incoming that I'm pretty stoked about. It's just this magnet piece. It's so simple, but it's a magnet piece where the door opens and just connects to the magnet and stays open. It's not like a latch or anything, so you'd still be able to yank the door closed from inside. But if I want to have the door open, I gotta bungee it or something. Otherwise, the wind will just smack it around, which I do be letting that happen sometimes. I won't get it till October, but hella stoked nonetheless. Thank you. You won't go home till October? I can see Dave outside. He's hooking up his barbecue, which I am starting to get hungry too. I don't know what time it is. Oh, 7:45. So yeah, after this, what I'm probably gonna do is drive into town, put gas in the van, because tomorrow Dave and I are going fishing, and it's the other direction. There's no gas station between here and there, so I have to go the other direction tomorrow. But I gotta go into town and put gas in the van, and then I'll come home and eat, or maybe I'll eat first and then go put gas in the van. But I'll probably be taking off here in the next like 20 minutes or so. Yeah, that's cool shit, Jake. I'm stoked. Curious of what I'm getting. Sometimes I know before it's coming. and sometimes I totally forget to look at my wish list to see if anything's gotten bought, and shit just shows up and I'm like, oh cool, that's fucking rad. Oh, I do have snacks, dude. I'm gonna eat some snacks while I wait. They're not Cheez-Its. They're generic, but they were 99 cents, so I ain't mad at them. Even though they're like not as good, I'm not mad at them. What's your favorite snack? What do you guys like? You're just munching. Why isn't this charging? I'm gonna have to try a different charger. My phone's dead, and where I had it plugged in isn't charging. I don't feel like chasing that wire right now, so I gotta find a different one. Caramel Bugles are fire. I'm not sure I'm familiar with those. I don't think I've had them, but I do like Bugles. When I was a kid, I'd put them on my fingers and be evil, you know? You're making rice and grilled garlic parm chicken. Are you telling me that as an invitation or to make me jealous? After the live stream, I'm probably going into town to get gas before it gets too late. mustard Doritos. That actually sounds really good. Like, I'm a spicy mustard kind of guy. I like Grey Poupon. I like Dijon. But mustard Doritos. I bet that would be pretty good. I haven't seen those. Currently Domino's. I'm not gonna lie, I do like Domino's. It's been a long time since I've had Domino's. Because it's just like a little pricey. Oh wait, I take that back. I had some right about the time I got into Bend. A friend of mine bought some for everybody. Burrito is your go-to. I think I've eaten burritos at your house, dude. Dave and I just agreed that we're waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. So it's going to be a early night for me. Or at least a really sleep-deprived day tomorrow. Hot mustard Doritos. Aaron says, wifey's spoiling me currently. How you getting spoiled? Oh, with Domino's. Yeah, I got you. Hot mustard Doritos. I will look it up. I'll throw some on my wish list, bro. Hot mustard Doritos. Sounds like something I would need antibiotics for. Oh, I caught the hot mustard Dorito. You need to go see a doctor. What do you guys think? You think Zag will eat a Cheez-It? Yeah? Oh, you like the salt, do you? I don't think I can look at her while she eats. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh. Eat it! There you go. Wild, dude. I knew she'd like fake Cheez-Its as much as the rest of us. Oh, now she's staring at him. I just can't take her eyes off of him. Not that hot. The hot mustard Doritos aren't that hot. Up, up. Have you ever had the hot, like the Tabasco real Cheez-Its? Those are pretty good. I'm talking about, all this talk about snacks make me hungry. No hesitation anymore from her. Bun up. Bun up. She goes on her back legs just like a raptor. Sit. Stay. Stay. Good girl. Yeah. Very well trained girl. Because I train her with Cheez-Its. You want more? all the way. Lay down. Lay down all the way. Good girl. Yeah. That's my good girl. Best doggy I've ever had. They're banging. The hot mustard actually does sound good in Doritos. Alright, you guys got me for like another 5 minutes. And I'm going to take off. We do have some stuff to get done before it gets too dark. It's going to be dark before I get home, basically. But I got to go get gas in the van. So Dave and I can go fishing. So, yeah. Been a hot minute since I went fishing. Since I'm a disabled veteran here in Oregon, my fishing license is free. I just had to go online and like click a few buttons and they issued it to me. Dave had to spend the money for an out-of-state license. Then he picked his day, and that's tomorrow. Might drizzle on us a little bit. But it'll still be fun. We're going to bring the dogs with us. And just spend the day at the lake. We got some cold chicken we're going to bring. I mean, it's cooked, but it's going to be cold. But I would say today is successful. I got the inverter installed. Nothing's on fire. I even got to use it to clean the pack rat nest out of here, which has been here since I got here. And day after tomorrow, I'm gonna have to adjust how it is, like how it's mounted. You can see it's a little crooked, so I'm gonna lower that. Probably tomorrow or the next day, depending on how fishing goes. Give me access to everything on there. One little screw I gotta move. Anyways, yeah, now I got AC power again. This is the converter. That's how, if I'm plugged into shore power, this will charge my batteries. It also makes my air conditioner work and my microwave turns on, because I guess they're on that circuit. But if this isn't plugged in, those things don't work, and that's fine with me. So that's whenever I get shore power, like if I'm hooked up to a generator or at an RV park or something. But yeah, that was a win, dude. I got AC power again. Gonna run an extension cord to, the angle is weird, to this TV, which I put the feet on the TV today. This this freezer will also start working. I'm gonna let the batteries, spend the tomorrow charging up, because I won't be here. And then the next day I'll start getting this freezer running and cold enough. And that means I'm gonna be able to save a lot of money in food. I'm gonna be able to buy ahead, because I currently can't buy ahead. If I buy meat, I've got to cook it before it goes bad. So you can't buy a lot of meat. But with this freezer running, I'll be able to buy a big package of meat at a better price and freeze most of it, maybe cook out of it all month long instead of having to run to the store all the time. Because the fridge that I have is just a cooler, and it runs on, it's not an actual cooler, but it's a 12-volt fridge. It's a really, really efficient and really nice one. But it's in my van, and that's how I'm currently keeping my food cool, since my propane's got a leak in it. But that part's on the way too. This RV's got some bugs to work out. It's been sitting for a year. And before that, I think it went on one adventure in the last 2 years. So not surprising, it's got some things that need to get got. But we're getting them. Anyways, I'm gonna take off after I eat this Cheez-It. I'm running to town and get some gas. Last chance to donate for the weed fund. And until next time, everyone, miles and smiles.